Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's the DFS Riddler coming back at you with another MLB video. Here to answer all of your DFS questions and solve all of your DFS riddles for the July 4th slate. It's July 4th, guys. Happy July 4th. Hope you guys are having a good time barbecuing, having a couple of drinks. I unfortunately will be working. Comes with the territory when you work at a bar. But good times anyways, though. There'll be we got a good DFS slate that we're gonna go over for tomorrow, so that should be a lot of fun. Hopefully we can all take it down and win a whole bunch of money. Tonight's MLB slate was screwed up for me again. I put all my eggs in a basket on Colorado Rockies and the Boston Red Sox, and both of them performed underwhelmingly, we should say, to say the least. So it was a little bit of a bad night, but hey, these big slates, like these 14-game slates, are tough. So, but we'll bounce back tomorrow, guys. Like I said, I do really like this slate for tomorrow. We have a 6-game main slate, and that's what I'll be going over. Before we get started with that, just want to go over a couple of things, guys. I am only 32 subscribers away from that $20 cash giveaway, guys. So if you don't already know, I am doing a $20 cash giveaway out of my own pocket. Just a little bit of my appreciation to you guys for subscribing to my YouTube channel. So I got 68 subscribers right now, and I just need 32 more. So tell everybody, get involved with that. It's all they got to do to be involved in that $20 giveaway. I will pick a winner once I reach 100 subscribers, and I will announce that winner in my last video of the week once reaching that goal. So help me get there, guys. One other thing before we go over the picks, I just want to go over Draft Dashboard for you guys real quick. Draft Dashboard is one of the best fantasy tools and optimizers that you can get out there. We'll start off with going over the MLB cheat sheet. This is a really awesome tool, just if you haven't had any time to do research. It's going to tell you all the best plays on the slate, guys. Just a list of it right here. You've got your top pitchers in the best spots, your stud bats over $4,000, your mid-range bats, your value bats. The best part about the MLB cheat sheet is the home run hitters. This list right here gives you a list of the guys on the day that have a really high upside of getting you a home run. When you are trying to take down a GPP, you're going to need a shitload of home runs, guys. Just a little fact of the matter. So this list right here will help you get in the right direction of picking the guys that will get you those home runs. Next up is the position optimizer. This is a really helpful tool, guys. Breaks down all the players on the slate by position, gives you a draft dashboard ranking indicating how they're expected to do for the day. Gives you individual player statistics like the pitcher's ERA, the OPS that he gives up, his projected points for the day. You'll have ownership in there, and then it'll tell you here how each player has performed in their last 5 games, also how well they performed in their last 5 games against the opposing team. So really helpful information, guys. Also gives you matchup details, how much OPS the pitcher gives up to the opposing team, a weighted OPS, got a batting average. So all this is very helpful when you're trying to pick out the right plays, guys. When you do have all the players that you like, you add them all to your player pool. Once you do so, you head on over to the lineup optimizer, which is my favorite tool on Draft Dashboard, guys. It'll generate a kick-ass lineup based on that player pool that you've selected. And once you do have that lineup generated, you can upgrade each player as need be to a higher Draft Dashboard ranking. It also has a mass lineup generator, guys, so this thing will generate anywhere from 10 to 100 lineups based on your player pool. Really helpful if you like to enter in like the 20 entry max contests. But yeah, guys, the lineup generator has won me a ton of money in the past, and it can win you a lot of money too. If you don't have Draft Dashboard, like I say, you're definitely missing out. Last thing I'll go over is the sleepers and studs. This tool is really helpful, guys. Every day it'll have a list of all the players that are going to be priced at only $4,000 or less. All these guys have a really high probability of hitting their value at the price tag. So when you are trying to roster really expensive bats like Christian Yelich, Nolan Arenado, Cody Bellinger, any of these guys that cost $5,500 to $6,000, you're going to need some value in your lineup. This list right here will give you the right guys that are actually going to get you a hit, make value at their price tag. So that's what we're looking for. But yeah, guys, that is Draft Dashboard in a nutshell. Like I said, if you don't have it, you are missing out. You can try it. It is only $1 for 30 days. Definitely a worthwhile investment if you have not tried it before. If you do want to try it, just click the link that's in the description of the YouTube video. It'll take you to where you need to go to give Draft Dashboard a try. All right, so for the plays for today, we'll start off. This is a 6-game slate, guys, so kind of a smaller slate, but I do like it a lot. I do like the pitching options that we have today. I'm going to be very heavy on this SP1 right here. Brandon Woodruff for the Milwaukee Brewers. Going up against the Cincinnati Reds, who just struggle with offense a little bit, guys. He does have a 27, a 0, a 13, a 29, and a 0 in his last 5 games. I don't know what the zeros are. It's Brandon Woodruff is a very consistent pitcher, guys. Gives up only a 593 OPS versus righties, 769 OPS versus lefties. Very solid pitcher, and like I said, the Cincinnati Reds offense have just been struggling lately, so I really like his price tag. He's priced down a little bit from the 10,000 plus pitchers that we have on this slate, which I'm not very interested in. Brandon Woodruff, you get some savings. He's only 9,400, guys. And on this slate, I feel like this is going to be a slate where I like to pay up for a lot of bats. I'm going to want to pay down a pitcher. So that brings me to my SP2. It's going to be Ronaldo Lopez for the Chicago White Sox. I highlighted on the other night. Fucking game got postponed. I talked about that in my last video too. Lost a lot of money on that, but because of that, I had a lot of Ronaldo Lopez. But I am going to go right back to the same play. He is the same price, $5,600. So we're going to play him today, guys. Just absolutely too cheap in matchup that he gets against the Tigers. 25 for 107, batting average 234. This is a righty heavy lineup that Detroit will roll out. Ronaldo Lopez does struggle versus lefties, but against righties he's pretty decent, and he has that strikeout upside. Like I said in one of my last videos about him, he does have a 43-point game against Detroit this season. So like I said, that upside is there for only a $5,600 price tag. So kind of really hard to ignore that, guys. We got to roster Ronaldo Lopez tomorrow. He does have other good games against them, a 21, a 23, a 19, and a 2. I'll take 4 out of those 5 scores for $5,600. Any of those scores other than the 2 would make me very happy on this slate. And if he ends up getting that 43, somewhere around that score again tomorrow, you definitely don't want to be missing out on that. So definitely roster Ronaldo Lopez. Too much upside against a really garbage Detroit offense. All right, so on to the bats. First up, Christian Yelich. He does get a tough matchup tomorrow, guys. He is $5,800. Regardless of the tough matchup, they're going to be going up against Luis Castillo for the Cincinnati Reds. But regardless of that matchup, none of the Milwaukee Brewers bats are priced down. They are all priced up still. Christian Yelich, like I just showed you, he is $5,800. He is 2 for 9 versus Castillo with a double and a home run. And Christian Yelich has been doing better again lately. He's got a 14, a 23, a 9, and 11, and a 0 in his last 5 games. double-digit fantasy points, 3 out of his last 5 versus Cincinnati. And the upside is there for a home run tomorrow against Castillo. Castillo is a good pitcher, guys, but he does give up a 724 OPS against lefty batters. And on a 6-game slate, I actually think that Christian Yelich could possibly be a little bit underowned tomorrow, just because he's 5,800 and facing a really good pitcher. But it's not going to scare me. I'm going to roster Christian Yelich tomorrow, guys. He's in a good spot with that lefty-righty matchup, and he can take Castillo yard tomorrow. So yeah, I love Christian Yelich. Next up, Brian Reynolds for the Pittsburgh Pirates. I like the Pirates a lot tomorrow too, guys, and they're also really expensive. Brian Reynolds is $4,800. Most of their bats in their lineup are expensive, like I said. But they have been hitting the ball really well lately, and they get a good matchup against Quintana tomorrow. Left-handed pitcher, who is decent. He does give up a 725 OPS to righties, though, and a 970 to switch batters. So Brian Reynolds is a switch batter who hits better against lefty pitchers. He's got that 983 OPS there against Quintana, who gives up the 970 OPS to switch batters. So even though Brian Reynolds has been a little bit cold lately with only a 2, a 9, a 0, a 2, and a 15, I see him getting double-digit fantasy points tomorrow, guys. It's got a great matchup. The matchups, like I said, it's definitely there. So roster some Brian Reynolds. He should absolutely fucking crush Quintana tomorrow. Next up, I really like the Minnesota Twins bats tomorrow also, guys. And I'm highlighting Jorge Polanco. He is only 4,500. I've seen him quite a bit more expensive than that this season. He gets a great matchup. Tanner Henderson gives up a whopping 2,125 OPS to switch batters, and Jorge Polanco has an 860 OPS versus righty pitchers. So he hits righties better when he's on that side of the plate. So this is a great matchup for him, guys. He has got a 3, a 5, a 19, a 3, and a 12 in his last 5 games. He gets really good numbers when the matchup is there. And Tanner Anderson is just not a great pitcher. He's a mediocre pitcher, guys. So Jorge Polanco definitely is in a good spot. Absolutely fucking crush it tomorrow. So $4,500, I'm definitely going to have some Polanco in my lineups. Next up is Tommy Pham. I really like the Rays tomorrow too, guys. Their offense is really good. They have some really good hitters. They're going up against the Yankees. J.A. Happ, who is allowing a lot of power this season, a lot of fly balls, a lot of foul balls, just a lot of contact, a lot of hard contact. He gives up a lot of home runs, so there should be some home runs against Happ tomorrow in the Tampa Bay Ray lineup. Tommy Pham, I think, will get one tomorrow. He has a 910 OPS versus lefties, guys, and Happ gives up a 793 OPS versus righties. That's my prediction for a home run tomorrow. Tommy Pham, dinger of the day against J.A. Happ. Definitely get him in your lineups, guys. And for my last pick of the day, Yandy Diaz for the Tampa Bay Rays, 4,900. You have to pay up for him. He'll probably be a little bit lower owned tomorrow, so I really do like that, just because of that higher price tag. But the matchup is there, 813 OPS versus lefties. He's been hitting the ball very well lately with a 6, a 14, a 21, a 10, and a 0. Great matchup for him. I love this stack with Tommy Pham, Yandy Diaz. I like the Rays stack. I like the Twins stack. These are all expensive stacks, though, guys, and that's why I said I like to pay down a pitcher on this slate tomorrow. I like to. I'll probably see Ronaldo Lopez in a ton of my lineups. So hopefully it pans out really, really well, and this game doesn't get fucking rained out again. Wouldn't that be a bitch? Um, but anyways, guys, that'll do it for tonight's video. Hope you enjoyed the picks. Hope you guys have been making a ton of money in your DFS games lately. And let's crush it tomorrow and make tons of fucking money. So I'll leave you guys with that. And I'll be back with another MLB video tomorrow.